Ciao ragazzi, what's going on, guys? It's nice to be here for Inter Worldwide. I wish I was coming here to talk about 3 points, but no. We are here to discuss our 3-1 defeat to Lazio, and it's going to be nice and short. Just did the live thing so that I don't have to edit and do anything else, so I'm sure most people will watch this back. It's pretty self-explanatory. I actually think we were quite good. Oh, by the way, to everybody, cheers. Happy Sunday. At least I can have a nice beer with some nice people here. So let me know who's in the chat and who's in the comments. There's 5 people here, which is a nice little crew to start off this Sunday. Not a good game, especially in the last 30 minutes. Last 30 minutes was rough. We lost our heads completely. But I can't be too negative because for the 60 minutes that we did play well, I thought we were in control of the whole game. Kept telling my mate that I was watching the game with at 3 a.m. in Sydney, we need a second goal because we're just going to get punished. And if we concede next, our heads will drop. And unfortunately, that's what happened when Bastoni concedes the penalty. We open the scoring through Perisic, but it's just not enough. It's just not enough. And it is disappointing because I think for large periods when we were controlling the game, I actually think that we looked pretty close to grabbing another goal. And it just really makes you feel like it's a shit result, but we really did it to ourselves. It's something that can be fixed, but does this team have the mental capacity to fix it? We're really missing this. There's a backbone that's missing from this side. And you can call it Conte, you can call it Lukaku, you could call it Pinto Soriali if you want to. All of those are good answers, especially when they're all relevant and combined into one. Throw in an Ashraf Hakimi and a non-present Christian Eriksen. There's a lot that's changed since last season still. A lot that's changed. So I'd like to talk a little bit about Inzaghi's substitutions as well. He loves to put those substitutions in. He loves to put them in all at once, doesn't he? Perisic for me was the best performer on the pitch that night, and Barella was the second best. And when they both came off, I just thought to myself, how are we supposed to mentally rise above this game? Lautaro was so exhausted. Correa almost not present in the box. It was an ugly sort of substitute. It was an ugly after the substitutions were made. It was just really ugly. And I think that a lot of players in there need to mentally check themselves a little bit. But at the same time, so many of these players just came back from international duty. Now, that doesn't mean that it's an excuse because every big club if you're in the top 6 clubs in your league, you probably got majority of your squad or at least half of your squad, starters, whatever. You got players missing, man. That's what I'm trying to say. There are players missing on international duty. But at the same time, we've dropped a lead. We've dropped a lead with half an hour to go. I don't blame Bastoni necessarily for that, although he probably could do better. He's on a real bad streak of luck at the moment, combined with some average performances. I thought Skriniar was probably the best of the back 3. I thought he was good. Darmian I actually thought was quite good as well. Like, we weren't poor. We weren't poor, except after that penalty, we sucked. And I'm just sitting here thinking, it's just frustrating, man. Like, that result could have gone differently. It really could have gone differently. Now, the DeMarco incident, the goal. Here we go. What's going on, Ali? I can honestly say that DeMarco was the main reason for this loss, just like his missed penalty. I wouldn't go that far, but I don't know, man. It's nothing faulty on Lazio's behalf. That's a goal. That's a good goal. It's a fair goal, fair game. And full credit to Lazio, man, because the way that they powered through after getting the equalizer, that was the mark of a good team. And I've said this before, when Lazio look good, they might just look like the best team in the league on that match day. But how often will that come around for them this season? I don't know. I don't want to talk about Lazio because we're talking about Inter and how we lost our first game of the season. Indra Hari's here again. Didn't watch the first half, only watched the second half. Yeah. It's not as bad as it seems because the performance wasn't bad. But the way that we lost our heads, boys, I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of that. And you can disagree. That's fine. We're all open to different opinions here. But I think we acted a little bit childish. Yeah, I agree. Ali DeMarco probably should have got up, but maybe he was genuinely wasn't feeling good. That second goal, the way we conceded, yeah, 100%. It made our players lose their heads completely. And that now the question needs to be asked: can Simone Inzaghi turn this around mentally and get them to be at their best? Because we've got to go to, we have the Champions League game in Milan. I'm pretty sure we're home to Sharif, and then we back that up with a home match against Juventus. It's going to be a lot of tough games coming up. I know Napoli's on the horizon as well, guys. So points dropped, obviously, when you don't get any. And then, with Milan picking up points, and, I don't know if Juve 100% will win tomorrow, but let's just assume that they will and that Napoli will win. It's easy to get carried away after a couple of games, but everybody was very cautious from day one. And this is why we were cautious, because there are going to be so many roadblocks this season that weren't there under Conte last season, because we had a finished product last season. We had a finished product. And now we're not back to square one, but we're definitely 2 to 3 steps back. Yeah, it's still just very disappointing. Even I haven't had much sleep, but I was able to sleep for a little bit. So let me know in the comments what are some of your thoughts on the game, some of your thoughts on the players who performed well. Once again, I actually don't think there were poor performers on the day. I think we had a few incidences in the last 30 minutes that really went against us, and we just dropped. I was really happy with the way we contained the first 45. Really, really happy. What do you think about Inzaghi starting Gagliardini? Dude, well, as soon as I said that no one had a bad game, you wrote that comment, and I just thought to myself, yeah, Gagliardini was the only one who didn't do anything good. He didn't do anything good. For me, he was the waste man of the day again. And he was there once again to be a physical presence, because Vecino was fatigued for Uruguay. Vidal didn't travel because he was with Chile. So this international break really a lot of teams, man. But we came off second best. We came off second best tonight, and it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. We've copped a loss on match day 8, and it's not an excuse. Lazio players and fans were playing dirty. How do fans play dirty, bro? At the end of the day, bro, if the I didn't see the Lazio players playing dirty at all. I saw them playing gutsy. I saw them playing like a little more determined in that second half. Akil says, I blame Brozo for the second goal. He was marking Felipe on the counter, then left him all alone when they got in the box. But we really need to step up defensively. We are missing the toughness, 100%, man. Like it's just something missing, Akil, bro. There's something missing, and I know what it is. It's not having psychopathic Conte on the sideline screaming, threatening to whack you on the side of the neck, and actually following through with it as well, majority of the time. We downgraded in many of our managerial departments, not just the side, the manager and Conte, his backroom staff as well. I did see the racist incident against Dumfries. Once again, one fan does not reflect the views of the whole club, even if Lazio have had a stereotype or a reputation for that stuff in the past. I don't really comment on any of that, man. Whenever you see those 1 or 2 people making the monkey chants at people, it's best to not even give them your attention. They're not real people at the end of the day. So hopefully that hopefully that fan, however, is banned for life. Banned for life, absolutely. I love that Denzel and Lautaro were ready to fight in every moment. Not really. I actually think it was a sign of them losing their heads, and we know that Lautaro is feisty and can lose his head, and there was no reason for him to get that animated. It is good to see a fight. I understand what you're saying, but were they fighting for the Inter badge there, or were they just so much emotionally triggered by the result turning when they were on the pitch? It's an ego thing. So. Yeah, once again, guys, we're starting a busy period now. Busy period coming up in Serie A. Busy period in Champions League. 13 people here right now. That's really nice. Like the video. Let me know who's here. Big ups. Share it. There's not too much else to say. Like, once again, the 60 minutes was fantastic. I loved our retention of the ball in the first half. I loved Darmian cutting in as an inverted wing-back, picking up the ball, even beating his man. And he did such a good job to get Barella in for that penalty. He did such a good job to get Barella in for that penalty. He really, really did. Darmian had a good game tonight, and that's probably the last. Yeah, he had a good game. Darmian had a good game. He took a knock, though. He took a knock, and I haven't seen anything after the game, so maybe he's okay, because we're going to need him. We are going to need him. So let me know what your thoughts were on the game. I'm not going to stick around for much longer, honestly. Just wanted to make sure I got some content up. So, yeah, very disappointing. There's Perisic again. What else we got? I thought Zaccagni was good when he came off the bench for Lazio. I think it's a good signing. We said it before. We'll say it again. That's a good signing. The Zaccagni one is a good one. What did you guys think of DiMarco's performance, bar the little episode? You think he did his thing? What about Perisic playing as a forward? He was really, really good, man. He was really good. His movement, just professional. Akil says we did lose the back staff, but let's just say it. We are not as strong as we were last season. We didn't pick up adequate replacements for lost players, 100%. But this is one game. We've got plenty of games left. Yeah, and it's a game that we've struggled, well, as far as I can remember as an Inter fan, bro. We very rarely go to the Olimpico and do the business. We have done the business on a couple of really good occasions as of late, but always a very, very tough ground to go to and a tough team to beat. With a lot of fire in the team, it's on Inzaghi how he's going to use that. 100%. 100%. Right. Time to get Raspadori and Nandez in January. Yeah, we're going to need a couple more players, but are they adequate replacements as well? Like Akil said, look at the caliber of player we lost. Although Lukaku is goalless in 6 games for Chelsea. But that ain't none of my business. Franco, ciao, bro. How you been? Good to see you here. It's very sad. How can we lose a game that we were controlling, one bad decision after the other? We were in control. That's for sure. I'm actually going to Milan to watch both the Sheriff and Roubaix games in the stadium. Hey, very, very good. You should do that's really, really good, man. Enjoy. Is that your first time going to a game? I'm very, very envious, but very happy for you. Always good when fans get to go. And the fact that you're going to see the Juventus game, that's absolutely phenomenal. So take plenty of videos, man, and enjoy. Not looking forward to these next few weeks. Benjamin says big games coming up. Huge games, bro. Huge games coming up. Let's have a look at the schedule. Yes, it's going to be busy. Sheriff first. Juve next. In only 7 days. Yep. Monday for 5:45 in the morning for me. And then we've got Empoli, Udinese, Sheriff, Milan, Napoli. It's going to be a tough month. It's a tough month. Lots of tricky games. Looking forward to a lot of football, but lots of tricky games. Hey, Matteo, how you going, man? I still prefer Perisic on the left-hand side, DiMarco better as a sub. Yeah, me too. Although, how nice is it to see Perisic slot in as a second striker and just play like that? I dare say it, bro. I think we're going to get to a point at the end of the season where we might look and go and might even offer him a 1-year extension. I know we've already come out and said we don't want to, but if he continues to put in performances like this, he's definitely been one of our best performers this season. And so it makes sense, even if, we'll see what happens at the end of the season, but he's doing well. Against Sheriff, hope Inter can get a loan from Prison FC, Lucas Hernandez or Mendy. He's not bad. What happened to Lucas Hernandez? Something happened to him in the last couple of days, didn't it? I think I saw it last night, but I forget. What's going on, Guatemala? It's sad to see you lose like that. Yep. Greetings to you. Are you a part of the Inter Club, Guatemala? Congratulations on your 5 years. My G, well done. Akil says, what side is that after going 1-up, we didn't make much effort to score more? I know, bro. I know. We were content with the lead and we were doing really, really well. It really begged to differ the question, if Bastoni doesn't make that handball, do you think we could have gone 30 more minutes the way that we were playing? Because I'm not ready to sit here and say that we couldn't. But we need that second goal. Come on, man. It's just ones and zeros. Tough time ahead. Can't see us getting a result against Juve. 2 defeats in a row is a blow. Let's not talk like that right now. Let us not talk like that right now. We've got a big game against Juve. It's going to be huge, and we need to be up for it with every fight in our body. Next week is really important. Every game from now on is going to be important, bro. I feel like, this season, it's going to get to that point at the end of the season where you can still win the league or still end up out of the top 4, and that's scary. That is absolutely scary. Lucas is facing a prison sentence for assault charges. These athletes, man. What are you going to do? Too much stimuli for these people. They need to just chill, be a little more content with what they got. So, with this loss, potentially -7 to Napoli, not good. What are we now to Milan? Let's have a look. Sure. Sorry for the low energy, guys. I know I'm a little bit more. I know I'm not as bouncy as I usually am. All right, cool. So we're only -4. Sorry, -5 from Milan. Obviously, not the end of the world. It's a shame to be more than one game off the pace at the moment. You know, it's never good to be more than a game off the pace. But I know that we can close this gap. I know that we can do that. It's just very important to make the Champions League, to be honest. Winning a Scudetto this season is not an obligation. It's the goal. It's the objective, obviously. Set high standards for yourself. That's what we do as the Campioni. You set yourself the standard to defend the crown, but it's not obligatory. But making the Champions League is obligatory. Not finishing in those top 4 spots would be an absolute disaster. Napoli's got Torino tomorrow at 3 o'clock in the morning, if I'm not mistaken, my time. Yeah, can't believe Milan. Yeah, Milan played like that last 30 minutes. I was tuned in. They were doing really, really well. Really, really well to get that win. Hellas just completely switched off. Completely switched off. So, guys, overall, pretty disappointing. As you can tell, low energy video, low energy match reaction. Thanks to those who tuned in. Thanks to those who stuck around. And I'll see you very, very soon for some content related to Sheriff and Juve. Okay? Ciao. Be good.